What I was gonna say is like you're saying that like most men wouldn't want a masculine woman, and I do understand what you're saying in that way, but I just feel like there are very feminine men that would love to be like kind of led in a way by a female, and it's all case by case. Like I'm saying, yes, it is true that men tend to be more masculine, all the rest of that, but I'm just saying like there is men that would love for a woman to talk to them like that.
Yeah, hold on. Look. I love it how you guys mention these men that like there's guys out there that want to be led by a woman, or these guys out there that want it to be equal. Y'all don't fuck those guys, okay? So stop.
No.
The men that you actually want, the men that you actually want,
but we do.
That you want to take you seriously, or the guys that you want to date or have a serious relationship with, those guys don't exhibit these traits that you guys are mentioning. These guys are virtually invisible to most women. The guys that will sit there and chase after you or let you bring a table to a table, etc. These are dudes that you probably don't find that attractive in the first place. So the thing is this, men that have options have also, when you have options as a man, you also have something magical called low tolerance for bullshit. So when you have low tolerance for bullshit from female bad behavior, what's going to happen? You're going to be willing to kick her to the curb and get another girl. And guess what that does? It makes you more attractive because women want guys that other women want and can easily replace them. That's been that way since the beginning of time. There's a reason why a majority of the girls chase after a small percentage of the men.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
That is scientifically proven.
May I speak now?
You got a point? Yeah, you had a point.
I think first
and then you have son after, and then do you have something too? Or no?
Are we going to finish the questions also?
Yeah, we'll have y'all go. But
well, I think it's given extremist. So,
so you said something about extremism.
And I'm sorry to touch your shoulder, but I want to address you.
Sure.
And I would just like to mention that I think that you're taking what some of these beautiful women meant to an extreme level. One, matching energy. I feel like she meant that we come with a certain status to the table, and it's because we're willing to do so much as women who are independent and self-sufficient, and it doesn't necessarily mean that we are assuming the dominant level, like assuming the dominant position, assuming the dominant role. That's the word I'm looking for. And just because like we want to be submissive to the right man, it doesn't necessarily mean that we want to put on pants and like stick our fucking strap in our pocket or whatever. And like you being in touch with your feminine side doesn't necessarily mean that you have to put on a dress and heels, bro. Like it just means that like maybe we can have a conversation where you don't have to assume the male ego role of like going out and providing for me, that we can maybe provide for each other. You know what I'm saying?
Well said.
And also, just like men who are in touch with their feminine side, low-key do like they booty holes play with. I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna throw it out there on the side. You know, no sound effect. I thought you was out there. And I mean, I've been there too. That's what I'm saying.
Their jaws are all
it's really it's you can get extreme. But there is a happy medium. There is a happy medium, and like we are attracted to men who are in touch with their feminine side. Does it necessarily have to mean that they get their booty holes played with? No, you don't have to get your booty hole played with to be in touch with your feminine side. Those men do exist, though. Those men. But actually,
I ain't mean nobody like they booty hole play with. I ain't gonna.
No, I have, because I'm bisexual and I have that masculine energy. I am literally a female who is in touch with her feminine and masculine side.
That's respectable.
I've been there with a motherfucking nigga who like his booty hole play with. But I've also been there with a man who will hold the door open for me and talk to me gently and provide for me and allow me to do what I do. So I feel like having a happy medium is what.
On this podcast, we speak in generalities. So she said earlier, let's rewind it, because I was listening very closely. First she said, I match the energy. And then after she said I match the energy, I bring to the table, etc. Which, you know, for most people that have common sense is going to refer, I bring my own status, I bring my own income, I'm independent, and I'm self-sufficient. Fantastic. That's good for you. You bring that to the table, which means you're going to what? Match my masculine energy, which is what I'm saying. And then the way you were speaking, anyone with common sense would be like, okay, so she's aggressive and dominant too. So I'm saying, I use that logic again. Well, if I decided I want to bring my feminine energy to the table, right, using the same exact thing that you were saying, and I'm going to wear heels on a certain day, a dress on a certain day, you would not accept me for acting like a woman, would you, on certain days? You would not. So all I'm simply saying is this. I'm taking her logic and using it back on her. And when you take her logic and say it back again, it sounds stupid. And I'm simply saying, why is it that a woman can pick and choose when she can be a lady, but a man is expected to be a man at all times? In other words, her rules are negotiable, my rules are static. And I'm here to tell y'all, that's fucking bullshit. Me as a man, I will not tolerate and or accept a woman that brings her own table or acts like a guy, because I know, let me finish. Because I know that's going to cause problems in the future, because for a relationship to work, one person has to be at the helm, person has to be the leader. And I know for a fact, right, when men lead, it works. When women lead, it doesn't. Men lead, women follow. It's been that way since the beginning of time. If you lined up 100 women, 95 of them are going to say, I want my man to be the leader. Now, are there exceptions to the rule? You might be a girl that says, I want to lead. You might be a girl that says, I want to lead. But guess what? Most women don't want to lead. So I'm giving advice practical to most guys out there, and most women too, that if you're a masculine woman and you want a man that is masculine and strong and dominant, you're going to have to tone that shit back a lot to get that guy, because the more options a man has, the less tolerance he has. So if a man has options, he can get girls. I am not going to sit here and play tug of war with a masculine ass woman. I'm not, because I can replace you with a girl that's less masculine, attractive, and more compliant. And whether women want to accept it or not, just like you want a dominant man, we want a submissive woman. Why is it that the male wants are always looked at as insecure, jealous? You're just intimidated.
Extremist.
No, it isn't.
But what if I said, oh, you want a man that's going to be a leader? Y'all are a bunch of dumb bitches. You can't lead yourselves. That would sound crazy, wouldn't it? But we don't ever check women's wants, right? But we always want to check men's wants. That's all I'm saying. It just sounds crazy.